The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. First down, Morgan with it. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now is Morgan. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Morgan to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he goes out right around the 39. Morgan looks to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Morgan. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Morgan. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Morgan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 22 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Texans at 6-4 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here's Morgan. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On 2nd and 7, Morgan. Man open left side is Brown. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Morgan. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, Doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 6 catches, 84 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the 38, Morgan. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Morgan. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to the middle. Unable to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2nd and 9 now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. York able to send this one through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Set to throw is Morgan. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 2nd down at 4. Back to throw. Morgan. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's some good yardage there. 2 before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On second down, it's Pollard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Morgan sets up to throw on first down. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Morgan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Morgan. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. He's going to keep this again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Houston. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's brought in by Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. A little juke.
Holding offense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he falls short of first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cade York on now for the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Morgan, he's got McBride here over the middle. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. 1st down, Morgan with it. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Morgan's throw complete to McBride. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Morgan. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Back to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. They go back to Pollard on second down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Able to get away. Hard throw, incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot. So
here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Morgan. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 47 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. First down, and it's Pollard again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough,
this one winds up no good.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Up the gut, Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Now Morgan. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Morgan to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Reed with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Complete to Tony Pollard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Tony Pollard. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
They'll look to throw again.
16-yard line.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Jordan. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. York able to send this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you could argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Play action with Morgan. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the draw, this is Fournette. Oh, able to avoid him. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a give here to Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Pollard again. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 29 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at
the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Looking to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Second and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man right side is Tony. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tony Pollard. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Morgan off of play action. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Morgan to throw.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
He's got room at the 30.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Fournette. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Texans down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. They'll look to throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Back to throw. Complete. Pollard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Cards, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.